So, guys, we're back. Hope you're all good. Hope you've had a good couple of weeks. Obviously, yeah, the holiday was absolutely amazing. The retreat was amazing. We just had the absolute best time. It was so much fun, and it was just really nice, just absolutely chilling in having a week off together to chill. But you know what? We got to Dubai and we actually smashed it. Like we both worked for 2 days and it was really nice because we just caught up on everything. So we've come home today and we're feeling really relaxed and rested. And I guess this call
Come on,
today
you.
is all about
Oh,
like your holiday habits. And I guess a lot of this intertwines into your weekend habits and your day to days around social plans and potentially a little bit of all or nothing that kind of creeps in. And I wanted to talk a lot about this because let me get the presentation up. But the reason this is like such a hot topic for me is I'm going to be really brutally honest. It's something I've really struggled with over the years. Like, I have not got this right. It's taken me such a long time to find the magic formula where I don't kind of come back from a trip feeling crap and also coming back from a trip and having to like diet to go on holiday and then getting on holiday and going, woohoo, I've fucking done it. I'm here. I can switch off. I can relax. And actually, holidays are, and socials and weekends, let's collect them all together. They're about enjoying yourself. They're about making memories. They're about enjoying different foods, enjoying different cultures, being with your family, being with your friends, like enjoying those moments. Because a lot of us make good quality moments and memories over food and drinks. That's normal. But what we want to do is you've all joined us to live a healthier, stronger, more confident life. So actually, when you do go on holiday and you're potentially consuming the entire buffet and you're possibly binge drinking on alcohol, does that really align to the person that you want to be? And that's, I guess, my question. If you're okay with that and you're okay with having the odd day where you overconsume, absolutely fine. But actually, the overall bigger picture is finding that tipping scales, that balance between the two. And that's what I want to help you with today. Like, I don't want you to feel like when you go away, right, you've got to be rigid, you've got to follow the plan. It's about finding that middle ground that is right for you and aligned to you and your goals. So let's kick off. This was me exactly 4 years ago. Derek and I went on our first trip. We went to Mexico, all inclusive, and I come back 10 kilos heavier. Um, I used to diet for every single holiday. I used to get 2 days into a holiday and be bloated, constipated, feeling shit in my bikini, pinching my stomach, didn't want Derek to touch me because I just felt crap. I'd literally go so mad in the first 2 days that I'd hardly even make it out the other side without feeling like shit. And I mean, how many of you can actually relate to that? And how many of you have actually been in that situation?
yeah.
Oh, oh, come on. Don't even fucking try and play that with me. I read your check-ins.
Well,
So
I've done it.
we've all done it. We've all been there, haven't we? Like we've all been in that place. And actually, what I want to do today is go through some key fundamentals on your trip so you can manage them and balance them better. I'm going to go through movement, I'm going to go through nutrition, I'm going to go through digestion, I'm going to go through mindset, and I'm going to go through the return from the holiday. Okay, so let's kick off with movement then. I've given you some rules. However, many of these rules you'd like to take on board, that is entirely up to you. But your steps are your secret weapon. You know this already. The more day to day movement you do, the more calories, energy you expend. Okay. So rather than laying on a sun lounger for the entirety of your trip, try and aim to increase your step intake more than what you do in the UK. And do not tell me that it's hard to do because Del and I have gone on all inclusive holidays where we have not even left the resort and we've managed to smash out 20k steps a day. And what that does is it comes down to being intentional. It comes down to getting up in the morning and going down the beach for a walk. Aim to get like 3 to 5,000 steps in before you even go for breakfast. Don't ever take the lift. Make sure you get the stairs. When you are using the hotel, don't order them with the little button thing. You fucking love the button thing, doesn't it? And they come service you and they bring you your drink over. Walk over to the bar, go and get it. Go back up to your room and go and swap your towel over. Like, be intentional about your movement. And with big like resorts, you'll soon total up those steps. Um, your day-to-day movement doesn't have to be smashing your sessions out in the gym. Like, we've just been away for 3 weeks and we have not strength trained once. We've done classes, we've done Pilates, we've done yoga. We did one strength session and that's it. And what we did is we want to move our bodies. We enjoy exercise. It makes us feel good. And actually, you can either go into the hotel gym. On this program, we will design you a fresh workout block that you can use in the hotel with less equipment, with dumbbells, with a Smith's machine to make it easy. So you've got that structure if you want it. But you don't have to. You could just go and play beach volleyball. You could do the bloody water aerobics class that's kicking off in the middle of the day. You could play ball games. Movement isn't isolated to you going to the gym. It's being active and actually just moving your body so you're not a couch potato. Another thing that I've done with clients previously is swimming. Like, set yourself a daily target of how many lengths you're going to do throughout the day. Like, you're going to be in and out of the pool if you're in a hot country. So don't lay horizontal all day. Break your day up with activities. When Del and I go away, we do a walk before breakfast. We end up normally working for a few hours in the morning and we do a gym session. And then we go for a long walk after lunch as well. And then we lay horizontal and then we walk up and down the resort a couple of times. And then we've done 20,000 steps. You don't have to do 20,000. You only have to do 12. But do a bit more than what you do at home because you want to eat a bit more, right? So make your movement social. Like, we have our best conversations when we are walking down the beach, when we are out and about. We are literally chatting, we're engaged, we're building a connection together. Yes, we do have to build connections every now and again because they get broken down. But we're connecting, we're being friends, we're chatting away about day to day and what ideas we've got for you guys and stuff. Track your steps. A lot of my clients have said to me, "Oh, do I need to fill out my daily habits while I'm away?" Do you know what? Yeah, because it's an opportunity for you to see how less stressed you are, how much movement you're actually capable of doing, and you can then build it in. So you want to aim to have come home nice, rested and relaxed, but energized because you've not been a couch potato for 7 days. So does anybody else have any like hints and tips or what are their thoughts on my movement non-negotiables? Please feel free to get involved. I hate talking to myself.
I've just got back from a cruise, and I was really panicking because on the cruise, I found it really hard to work out in the gym. So the ship was moving, but actually the steps worked for me.
Yeah.
One day without even realising I did 18,000 steps, and that was with getting up for the kids because the kids don't sit down for much. I couldn't do the long walks, like I couldn't do a breakfast walk like that. And I felt really restricted because the gym was only open 8 till 8, and I usually get up well before the kids get it in before 6 a.m. But the steps when I came back home, I was under the weight I'd gone on holiday at, which wasn't my intention at all. But it did surprise me that if I ever get stuck like that again, the steps will work for me.
Yeah, but that's doubled your day-to-day movement, Anna. Like, you average, if you were doing like somewhere between 15 and
Yeah,
18k
but
steps a day,
yeah,
that's double what you normally do. And this is what I mean, guys. Your day-to-day movement is
yeah.
your absolute
Um,
secret weapon. Any other thoughts on that at all? Or has anybody else got any ideas on what you do when you're away? Go on, Nat.
It might be a bit noisy because I'm in the car. So I'm not going to be negative, but I'm going on holiday with my mum. That means I probably will be doing less than normal because she's very slow. And I'm like, oh, we'll take the stairs. She won't even go down the stairs. Like, I try and make her. I go to the gym. I try and do deck laps. But it's still really quite hard for me with her to get those steps in. Like, I really try, and we do get probably quite a lot, but it's quite difficult.
So if you're like, excuse me, I'm going to call your mother a child, but your mum's going to be like having a kid with you, right? Like in the time when mum's awake, she's going to be a little bit slower. She's going to be a little bit less mobile. So like what
Yeah,
you guys could do is you could get up in the morning, get out nice and early, or do it the other way around, put mum to bed. And then get up and get out, or leave her on a sun lounger for half an hour and say, I'm just going to have a quick blitz around the ship. I'll be back in half an hour. Are you all right? Do you got a book? I mean, you can't leave
yeah. I
kids
did
like
make
that, but
I made her do core exercises on the sun lounges along the last one.
there you go. Perfect. Just make sure she's got a good book on the go or some headphones and she'll be fine. Don't leave her unattended for too long, though. Any other questions on that?
Brilliant.
It was a good comparison, wasn't it, Matt? I hope my mum doesn't listen back to the call now. Oh, God. Okay, guys. So we're going to move on to the food. And this was me on the last night where I said to Derek when we were in Dubai, there's a cheesecake factory. And I was like, I'm not leaving Dubai without going to the cheesecake factory. But I want to share us something on that. To account for that, what we did was we had a really light tea on the last night because I knew that I was gonna. Derek was like, we should have one to share. And I was like, I'm not sharing. Um, I'm not sharing. And I definitely had the sticky hot fudge sauce. Um, so what I did was I had a lighter lunch and we had lunch a little bit earlier and then we walked down to the Cheesecake Factory and had cheesecake on the last night and I literally devoured every mouthful of it. So food,
you doing that?
probably like my favorite thing to say, just don't be a dick. Like, just because you've gone to an all-inclusive buffet, it does not mean you have to eat the entire buffet. Okay? Like, have some respect for yourself, have some respect for your body. Like, we are not in like America right now. Like, we're not in a food eating challenge. The food still tastes the same, and it's probably going to be pretty similar for your entire 7 days. So you can work through most of it within 7 days. Um, Next up is, you know, I'm going to say this, guys, but high volume, low calorie first. So if you are a pig like I am, I'm a fucking pig. I want to eat everything. I want to try everything. I want to fill my plate up as big as it fucking comes. Go for low calorie, high volume food. Loads of fruit, loads of low fat yogurt, loads of salad, loads of vegetables. If you actually look at an all inclusive buffet, the salad options are insane. Like they've got beetroot and pineapple, they've got beetroot and this, they've got quinoa and this, they've got vegetables with this, and then they've got the boring lettuce leaves. But go for those foods. Like they're big volume foods for really low calorie. Breakfast, go for yogurt bowls, little bit of yogurt and pile your plate up with fruit. Like melon is so low calorie. That means you get to feel full when you leave the breakfast buffet without consuming like slow digesting stodgy foods. I would say avoid the heavy stuff. I'm going to talk about personal experience here, but my body, now I eat so clean, cannot break down trans fats and mega saturated fats. I just can't. I end up constipated for 5 days and bloated as hell. And I've learned the hard way. I can't eat really greasy fried food. I can't eat all of the saucy meats because they just don't agree with me. And I'd rather not feel like that on a holiday when I've got to prance around in a bikini. So I always opt for like grilled meats and fish every time so that I don't have those digestive problems. Um, this is not me saying don't have fucking waffles for breakfast. Like if you want to have the waffles, the cakes, the pastries, have them, but don't have them every day. Have them a couple of those days and then you'll really appreciate them. Um, be a diva. Like, if you're at the egg station and you watch them with their squirty oil and you're like, oh my God, they've just put 5 fucking tablespoons of olive oil or soy oil or whatever they use on the eggs. And then they've put in a whole fistful of cheese and you're like, oh, that looks so good, but that is not supporting my goals. Um, Ask them to use less oil. Like, I've actually asked the egg station people to have put minimal oil in mine before and I put my own cheese on. When you order food in a restaurant, if you're in the restaurant, be a diva. Ask for your sauce on the side. Ask for your meat to be cooked in a different way. Like you can do those things. Be empowered too. Um, 80-20 rule. Leaner breakfast, mindful lunch, have whatever you want for dinner. Okay? If you want waffles for breakfast, but you don't want to have a pudding in the evening, do it that way round. If you want to have the pizza for lunch, but then you want to have salad and chicken for dinner, like whatever that is for you, go for 80-20. Have one thing that you really, really want throughout your day, but be a little bit more mindful for the rest of the day. Okay, so we're still going. Where's the rest of my things gone? Ah, there we go. Hang on, hang on, hang on. There we go. Found it. There we go. So, alcohol. Um, double park. One glass of alcohol, one glass of water. You don't have to start drinking at 12 o'clock. You could put a drink limit on yourself to drink at 4. You could drink 3 drinks. You don't have to drink 10. This is my little pudding hack as well, guys. So I like to try everything, okay? You will often see me walking around the pudding station having travel snacks, and Derek has to come and supervise me, especially after a drink. What I like to do is I pick 3 to 4 puddings, I try them all, and then eat all of one of them. And then move the plate as far away from the table as possible. That way, I'm enjoying a little bit of everything, but I'm not overdoing it. No mindless seconds. So sit down and eat what you have. I always say this as well, like this is going to link into number 9. Do a lap of the buffet first. See what they've got on offer. And then if you're like, I fancy a bit of that and a bit of that and a bit of that, then you need to strategically plan what you're going to have rather than just piling your plate up as high as you can. So don't spiral. One bad meal, one meal where you ate too many waffles, one meal where you ate the pastry, the muffin and the waffles doesn't mean that you have to sabotage the whole day. You just literally reset and go back to something a little bit leaner for the next meal. Any questions on food or anything anybody does differently that I've not thought of? I tried to think of 10 crazy things.
I struggled with, this is going to sound really bizarre, but I always weigh food now. And I found that so difficult when I was away.
So, if you heard of the fisting rules, the fist rules. So, your protein should be a palm size. Your fat should be like a thumbnail's worth, and like your plate should be your plate should be half veg, okay, and then your carb should be a fist of carbs. I'm shaking my fist at the camera. So that's a really good one to take on board when you're out and about for sizing and portion control.
What about, do you recommend, so obviously back home you get used to what you're eating and you know you've weighed out 100 grams of chicken, but do you still recommend logging absolutely everything? Like say if you've had a pudding, just roughly guessing.
That's your prerogative, Anna. Like I have clients who I would say, they say, do I have to track? And I'm like, do you want to track? And they might say, not really. I'm like, okay, cool. Could you update your daily habits for me? Because I want to have that data, like energy levels, stress, how you're feeling, how you're sleeping. But then I might say, don't worry about the calorie tracking side of things. I've also got other clients who are, I think I actually said to you not to track, who are a little bit more stricter. I actually would tell that person to have a week off, because I actually think that you need to be comfortable with being able to intuitively eat and portion control yourself and have a bit of confidence that you're actually good at it and you actually know what you're doing.
We did that. I did get that advice from you. I think
she was like, still trying to cope.
Happy. No, I couldn't. No, it was out of my hands because I couldn't get the signal. But I think, yeah, it was a good move for me, actually.
Because it gives you a bit of confidence that you actually, like, the benefits of calorie tracking is the fact that it actually educates you on the nutritional value of food. Like, I've always said this, like, I don't calorie track anymore, but I always still weigh my food. And I would say that I'm pretty good at guesstimating. But I would not trust myself with puddings and bowls of cereal, because 30 grams soon turns into 100.
But then, you know what I did find useful, actually, just so that I didn't forget what I was eating? Taking photos.
Yeah, taking
but
photos.
But then just like deleting it at the end of the day.
So I've actually put like my plate on here where this is my lunch. So I'm not joking when I say food volume. Like I have stacked this plate up full of lettuce leaves, but then all of the different types of salad. They had like some squash, they had some jalapenos, they had some gherkins, there was some beetroot in there. I put some pineapple on it as well, tomatoes. And then on the right hand side of this plate, there's a little bit of lamb. And I only had a little bit of lamb because I was like, lamb's quite fatty, it's quite dense. They didn't have many options for food, did they, Del, on our first day? And my fats, if you can see, is actually hummus. So I had some hummus with it as my fats. And that's kind of like how I do my plate. Like I do stack my plate up. It sometimes have one plate for my vegetables and one plate for my protein, just because I can't fit all my veg on one plate. But that's me. I like to eat a lot. I don't want to be hungry, and I do want to make the most of what's available. But I just choose wisely. Okay, so one of the biggest things that will happen when you first go away is that bloating and digestive issues, because when you're on a plane, your digestion slows down, and also the plane food can be quite salty. So when you land, you want to make sure that when you're on a plane, you're really, really hydrating yourself. Food volume, again, I'm talking about it, but salads, vegetables, fruits, colour is going to be full of fibre, which is going to help you go to the toilet, plus the water. Again, this is what I've already covered, but avoid really heavy fried food if you're having digestive problems. If you're not having digestive problems, you want to eat all the fried food, go ahead. But if you're somebody who's got a really sensitive digestive system like I have, and you want to feel good, it's probably best to err on the side of caution. Alcohol timing, which we've already covered. And don't pile your plate up continuously. Like, eat your first plate, sit for 10-15 minutes, decide if you want to go up for more before you actually just end up mindlessly eating and stuffing your face silly. I've been there before. Okay, so mindset. This is the big one, because you're probably going to come off the plane with a little bit of bloating, a little bit of inflammation. You're like, oh my God, I fucked it already, just because you had a couple of drinks in the airport. And actually, one bad meal doesn't write off your day. You don't need to reset. You just need to go back to your original habits. I don't want you to treat your holidays as a week off your lifestyle. I want you to be able to manage your holidays with good mindset, good habits, and flexibility and balance on both sides. Like I said at the very beginning, your holidays are an opportunity to unwind, relax. If you don't want a calorie track, don't fucking calorie track. If you do want a week off, have a week off. But actually, if you're wanting to feel good while you're away, a little bit of movement, a little bit of routine, a little bit of structure, a little bit of good food is going to be good for you mentally and physically. Don't use your holiday as an opportunity to like diet all the way there and then, I can eat everything, I made it. Because actually, what's the point in you doing all that hard work to get there when you're just going to undo it when you're there? And actually, so for you to gain a pound of body fat whilst you are on holiday, I need you to remember this one, guys, for your mindset. You've got to have consumed 3,500 calories extra. So if you do those few more steps like I've suggested, eat in maintenance, and then you've got like a little bit of 3,500 calories to go over. Nobody's that upset if they've gained a pound on holiday, are they? But that gives you an extra 500 calories a day to play with, just in maintenance if you're in fat loss. Okay? Control. You can have cocktails every day. You can have pudding every night, and you can still come home feeling good. And I am speaking from the truth because I do. Like, but I just manage it and I plan it, and I can stand here and preach like a fucking choir boy because I've done it and I'm doing it. Enjoy it. Your holiday is for making memories, genuinely making memories and enjoying your trip. It's not about coming home exhausted because all you were doing was worried about what you're putting in your body. The first time you go away and have a little bit more framework, you will feel so much more confident about doing it again. And you're speaking to somebody that's been doing this for 18 months now. Like, I haven't had it perfect, but each time we go away, I feel less nervous about going because I know I can do it. Go on, Nat.
Hi, it's me now. Can I get your tips on, like, I'm not eating on the plane as in the food's not on the plane, but I'm going to take stuff. So I've got a really early flight when I go, and I normally do take stuff that's kind of healthy. But what are your tips for taking stuff to travel with that aren't going to get taken off of you, aren't going to be contraband, are going to be healthy? Protein's really hard to get on the move, I find.
Dale and I literally are obsessed with going into Pret, aren't we, Dale? Like we literally buy Pret. Um,
Pret's
and
very expensive, but it's very good.
Pret is
Once
very
you get
expensive.
airside, yeah, okay.
Dale, I always buy Dell a Huel because his big boy and he needs his proteins. So he always gets a Huel from WH Smith's. I buy 2 bottles of water. We then get 4 mango pots. 4 fruit pots because they're only little. We buy 2 bananas and we normally buy a yogurt pot each and we eat the whole lot on the plane. He'll normally get like a wrap or something like that and I'll just eat the yogurt and the fruit on the plane. And then I tend to find that ties us over because you're traveling in Europe, it's only a couple of hours.
Yeah.
But I don't want to eat at 6 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes we'll go to the lounge. I won't even eat and I'll eat my yogurt and my fruit on the plane. It's too early for me.
Yeah, same.
But I find that like when you're traveling, so we got back at 8, 9 o'clock last night and we did eat quite a lot on the plane yesterday because it was a day flight and we didn't want to sleep. I think I'm up this morning by a couple of pounds, 3 pounds, did I say this morning? 3 pounds. But again, digestion was slow, but it's slow because we've been traveling. So when you're traveling, your digestive system has to slow down to regulate all of your other bodily functions because you're at such high altitude. So when you are when you're eating, that digestive system is slowly processing the food. So then they give you loads of salty food on the plane, which then slows it down even more, which is why you can sometimes land and feel bloated. So actually getting in like good fruits because they're quick digesting, they're simple carbs, yogurt because again it's just going to pass through, stuff like that is really really good. Bananas, again, it's a simple carb, just easy to get in. And like protein shakes, like when you get through there you can buy them from WH Smith's.
Cool.
Does that help?
Yeah, I'm normally make pretty good choices, I like to think, like, or get a sushi or something that's like not too bad.
Yeah, the other one as well, Pret wait, I just fucking love Pret, but like the rice cakes and chocolate. Do you know what I mean? I love that.
They also do the poke bowls as well.
Yeah, I love a poke bowl. Cool.
Their salmon bowls actually insane. But yeah, that would be my tip. So I've done mindset, I've done movement, I've done food. Any questions on any of those before I move on, guys? Or any other thoughts?
I'm just going to jump in with my food tip on nutrition because my strategy is obviously slightly different to Kate's. Hers is for volume. My strategy when I tackled the buffet, because I'm actually really fussy with proteins. Yeah, like if I ate eggs, I'd be absolutely sound. But obviously, most breakfasts, continental breakfast, is all about based around eggs, so I'm screwed. So my first thing I have is I walk around, do the lap of the buffet, and I'm looking for protein. I have my protein plate first, so I just get my proteins in. And then after that, then I'm normally have like some fruits, some yogurt, and then I normally have a treat because I'm not allowed to use the word treat, but I have a treat. I might have some pancakes or something to finish off, but I've always prioritized protein, so that's my tactic for that.
Yeah, that is a really good one. I think I did have that on there. I don't know where that's gone. That is a really, really good point. Yeah, protein and food volume. Because me and Dell are totally opposite. Dell literally will come home fucking 3 kilos lighter, and I'll come home like 3 kilos heavier. So it's a really nice contrast. I'm like, are you gonna have another plate? Otherwise, we're gonna have hangry Dell in 2 hours. You're gonna have another pancake. So yeah, that's the difference. So
and I say, okay, are you sure you can have that other plate?
no, he says, do I need to walk around the buffet with you? He does most of the time. So returning home. So my day today has looked very much like prepping and planning for us. Like we got up this morning. I mean, I unpacked my case as soon as I got home yesterday. Derek has not done his. But these are my hints and tips. I do get on the scales as soon as I'm back. And it's not because I'm like obsessed with the number on the scales. It's because it's data. Like it is information about your body. Like the number on the scales, 9 times out of 10, when you've come home and you've been more mindful, it is water retention. Like I said, unless you've overconsumed on calories by 3,500, you're not going to gain a pound of body fat. What I tend to say is within a week of you returning, that's probably where your normal weight is going to be. Your body will have settled down after 7 days of being at home. But that first thing is data. It's not emotion. You don't need to spiral. You don't need to beat yourself up, especially if you've done a flight, especially if you've eaten on the plane, especially if you've got back in the middle of the night. Okay? Get up, go for a walk, get yourself out the house. One walk changes how you feel. You're probably feeling a bit tired. You're probably feeling a bit lethargic. Get your butt out. Make sure that you get a food shop delivered. So that first meal that you have when you get back should not be a takeaway. You've just eaten what you want for 7 days. Get your food shopping delivered. Pop to Waitrose, get your milk. If you shop at Waitrose, you might shop at Aldi, whatever. Waitrose on my doorstep. Make sure your kitchen is full so you can do a full food prep. Go back to your normal day-to-day routine. If you get back on a Friday, you don't need to wait till Monday. The longer you leave it, the harder it becomes. And my favourite tip, Derek hasn't learnt this one yet, but unpack. Clean house, clean mind, ready for you to take on your day. So they are my top tips for holidaying. I think I'm a pro at it. So it's about your choices. It's about making good quality memories. It's about moving, eating with intention, protecting your digestion and your gut, owning your mindset and coming back stronger and feeling proud of what you've achieved. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I do.
Go on then, fire away.
Okay, so I'm going to America for 30 days. I plan to walk every day. We're going to Universal, we're going to Disney. From there, we fly to LA. We're going to go and do Disney in LA. And then from there, we're going to Vegas.
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
How do my plan is to keep my steps up.
Dele,
How can I?
Dele, America is no different to anywhere else in the world. Everything I've just gone through, it still applies. Absolutely everything.
Okay.
Like if you are out for dinner, there is going to be ridiculously unhealthy options, but there is always going to be some steak, some eggs, some chicken. There is going to be side portions of vegetables. There's going to be side portions of salad. There's going to be baked potatoes instead of chips. Like America is no different to anywhere else in the world. It's got its stigma with having humongous portions and huge amounts of food, but your steps are going to be through the roof, especially if you're going to do Universal. And then other than that, it's just finding gyms as and where you are. And if you want to, Dal can help you find gyms for you to use in various locations so you can get your workouts in, and we can help you with wherever you're staying to choose somewhere to go.
Awesome.
You've got it.
Sounds like a plan.
Like, honestly, everything we've been through today, 100% applies to you, and you're going to smash it. Like when we went to the Caribbean, the majority of the buffet was American and Caribbean food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything you want to add on that, Del?
We've got one of Lucy's just come back from America. She was absolutely petrified of being able to stay on track whilst away, but with the right mindset and with just making wise choices, you can stay on track no matter where you are, because there's some countries that are tougher than others. America's probably going to be okay. They're actually like Kate said, they have salad over there. They have grilled food over there.
The health culture in America is just as big as it is in Dubai and Australia. You just need to know where to look. Like you just have to be a little bit more mindful. Like Del and I are obsessed with like acai bowls, smoothie bowls, coffee. Like it's funny, we actually said this. We've gone from searching for where the best bar is to searching to where the best coffee is. And it's that change in mindset and habits that me and him have gone through over our relationship that has allowed me to stay in better shape, because I'm drinking less, I'm eating less cake. Like I still enjoy all of those things, but within moderation.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, you've got it. Any other questions, guys? Any other thoughts? No. Well, thank you so much for joining. It was so nice to see you all. Like, I really missed you. I said to Del I was looking forward to doing check-ins last week to catch up with everybody. And we have got Lift Club on the 20th of June, and I've got quite a few spaces because I hadn't talked about it that much. So if anybody does want to come, we'd love to have you there. I know quite a few of you are going away this weekend and going into next week, so I hope you have the best time. Enjoy yourself, make memories, and don't feel guilty. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Kate.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.